Hi everyone, let's come today for a ride in the evening with my Mazda MX-5. Hi everyone, so yes, today we're gonna go for a quick ride around the new route that I found out in the Mazda MX-5 RF launch edition. I just want to get you guys with me and just have a ride really. I will waffle from time to time. I'll let you just hear the engine and yeah, just enjoy the ride. Thank you. Thumbs up. Bye. Like I've been talking to a friend today. He's just got an Audi S6 V8, I think, front row, and it has something around 420 horsepower. That's a lot of horsepower, which is obviously a V8, quite cool. But his MPG is like dirty urban, or like in cities, 30 MPG or so. And when he pushes it, it's like 5 or something. I get like 35 at least. City wise, and I get like 50 on the motorway. Yeah, sorry, he gets 30 on the motorway and like 10 in the city. Just crazy. So it's like, yeah, the fuel can be obviously worse or it can be better as well, but it's a 2-liter engine in a very light car that you can use on a daily basis, but also when you want to have fun, put the roof off, push the pedal. It's not the fastest, like I can be straight away honest, like it's not a Ferrari or a Porsche level or even a BMW level, but it makes you feel fast even without going fast. Also it makes you feel safe because it's really intuitive, the steering and everything. I've never had anything like this before. The before this I had a Volkswagen Polo, which is the usual first car you get. I had that for 3 years, and I thought when I'm gonna get this, because it's so low, I thought I'm gonna feel the road and it's gonna be very like stern and it's gonna be hard to drive, and maybe I have a girlfriend, maybe she wouldn't like it because of, you know, how hard it is on the drive, that's what she said. But it has been nothing but a pleasure, this car. It has been amazing. For the past, I bought this car in May as my birthday present to myself. And for the past 3 to 4 months I've been driving this. I had 2 road trips, one to Oxford and one to Sheffield, well, in that area up north. The Oxford trip was around 3 hours and Sheffield trip was around Sheffield trip was around 5 hours. So both trips were quite long, but very, very, very pleasant. MPG, fantastic. All the way to Sheffield, which is 5 hours of drive, took me half a tank. On the way back, another half a tank. That's here, on this money, today I usually pay 45 for a full tank. So imagine that, one road trip to Sheffield, or up north basically, in simple words, up north of England, 45 quid. That's nothing. Try to do this by train. There's no way. It's gonna cost you like 300 pounds. Airplane, same thing. It's crazy. Now this is the road I want to show you. It's quite dark, so I hope you can see something. If not, at least you can hear me waffling. I will stop somewhere and I'll put the roof up. Hopefully you can hear me more. And I'll continue my phone. Just 1 second. For now, just enjoy the road. seconds, the roof is up. Ta-da! Right, I might go around and come back. See if I can. Yeah, this car has been nothing but a pleasure. It rides well. It's very intuitive. It's a good MPG. It's a 2-liter engine, which, in comparison from what I had before, 1.4 petrol of a Volkswagen Polo, which produces 80 horsepower or so, to this that produces 160, if I'm not wrong, or 170, 180. I might be wrong. Somebody in the comments, please tell me the actual number. Yeah, it's nothing but fun. When you put the roof down on a sunny day or evening, or even when I finish work and coming back from the office, just those 5 minutes to drive from the office to home, I just put the roof down. I hear that modified kind of launch exhaust, and I feel that seat. I feel that, I don't know, it just feels nice. It feels like a treat, you know, like a sweet treat, or something that just makes you feel nice and at home and just welcomed. So yeah, this car has been really a blessing as such. I've seen somebody's video saying that that's the only therapy they had, and it's a car, and the car drives, and that's the thing that stopped them from basically killing themselves as such thing and getting out of depression, which makes sense so much, because it's like so therapeutic. You just take your car and you just go out for a drive like this in the evening, and it might not be the most like powerful car and stuff, but it makes you feel like you have so much space as well. Look on the road. Look, I can do this like a Formula 1 car. I can do this. The police might be behind me and think I'm crazy or something, or drunk. But you have so much space on the road, especially in English roads. You have not much space here. Let's see if I can do a turn here. Can I do a turn? There was a roundabout around here. 1 second. There was a roundabout, but the roads are not the best around here, so be careful. Yes, I was just saying, I have so much space. I'm like a cat. If you see those 2 fenders in front of the car, if those 2 fenders fit somewhere, it's like a cat's whiskers. You know, if their whiskers fit somewhere, then the cat can fit there as well. So, same thing. If those 2 fenders, front fenders, can fit, so can I, basically. And it just has so much space. I was worried if I get, let's say, I don't know, a Mercedes or BMW, because they're both class, they both drive well, they feel nice. You can have more people as well in the car if needed. You can have more space for luggage. BMW is faster, Mercedes feels nice, and it's like a prestige vibe and everything. I was thinking, yes, I can do that and be like literally everyone else I know, because that's what they strive for. Or I can say fuck that and just get something that makes me happy, something that's different, something that can do both, can give you the good ride, make you feel fast. It's more or less reliable. It's Japanese, so hopefully reliable. Mazda usually has a good name to it for reliableness, for how reliable they are. It's a 2-liter engine, so it's more than enough for me. It's fun. You can put the roof down. It's such a everyday and a weekend drive as well, and for like a mini road trip as well car. It makes me happy. It drives so well and so intuitive. The steering, I've heard the ND3 model, if I'm not wrong, the model before that, or NC model, I'm getting lost between them. This is 2017 RF launch edition. So the edition before that, the NC, I think, I've heard that their steering is not electrical, if I'm not wrong. So it's a bit more natural. It has more feedback as such. People say it's one of the best steerings. Even people driving a Bugatti says, oh, it feels like a Miata. which is a really cool compliment. Yeah, there's always the answer, as they say. Put a bit of foot down. And the steering is just really intuitive with this one. It allows me to do everything I want. It has a real rear split differential. I can put that on and off if I want to. If I want to do some drifting and fun time, I can do that. Which I haven't done much of yet because I'm worried. It's still a fresh car. I don't want to get into a wall or something. But it's such a fun car, and it makes me happy every day. And I do wonder, would I feel the same way in a Mercedes or a BMW coming home from work every day? And I think at the beginning, to an extent, I would feel like, yes, you know, not that I made it, but yeah, this is class, this is nice, this is like a good chair to sit in that will get you home in a leisurely manner. Or a BMW that can get you home faster, but because you have so much horsepower, you don't really have a way of using it without, you know, breaking the law as such, of going over the speed limit and of looking over your shoulder and thinking, oh, is there cops around, or like something else that you can, you know, get caught and get all the points. And this, I can literally drive on the speed limit. This is speed limit of 60 miles an hour here. I'm making 50 here, and it feels so fast, but not threatening. Fast in an exciting manner that you can control, which is quite weird. It's quite a very pleasant thing. I'm enjoying this very, very much. And if you are thinking of making that step, of considering maybe trying a Mazda MX-5, and I've heard different people call me, maybe it's a hairdresser's car, maybe, you know, it's a whatever. I don't care. It's such a nice car. It drives well. It's just a good MPG. As I said, you won't really spend that much money on petrol in comparison with other cars that are bigger, heavier, consume more petrol. I don't know how reliable they are, and if something breaks, how much do you need to pay to fix that? Let's say a Mercedes parts, they're gonna cost us double of this part. BMW, same thing. And how more likely are they gonna break down? I don't know. I've heard different things. I've never heard anything of Mazda, to be honest with you. I've heard of old Miatas breaking down. I haven't heard of newer ones, unless there's like clutch or something bigger. I have warranty on this. Hopefully, I never have to use it. But if I have to use it, they cover the whole thing. So hopefully, I'm covered. Anywho, if you are thinking or considering of what my second car should be, maybe, or anything like that, this is not a bad answer, if I'm being honest. This makes you smile, makes everyone around you smile, and makes the person sitting right next to you, whether it's a friend, whether it's a girlfriend or a partner, smile as well. They might ask you to drive slowly, even though you drive barely making 50. It feels quick for them as a passenger, which is quite cool. You don't really need to drive fast to make it feel fast. Then this might be an answer for you too. I will suggest, obviously, do your research, look around, what else suits you best, depending on, I don't know, financial situation, what suits you on a daily manner, also where you are in the country, if you are in UK or somewhere else, if it's raining a lot. I got the hardtop cover because I don't like the soft top. First of all, it feels flimsy and secure, and I've seen different cars with like a soft top, and they have like moss growing all over it, or some kind of green stuff, and I don't want to clean that up, if I'm being honest with you. Sometimes I can barely be bothered because I'm so tired from work and stuff to clean normal roof, you know what I mean? This feels more safe, more protected. It's a bit more expensive, yes, but you get what you pay for as such. You do get a good kind of insulation, better than the soft top, especially on the motorways. You feel more safe, more secure. The rain insulation is better, the warmth is better here as well. It just feels like a normal car. And when you you take the roof down, it feels like a fun car. Also, a thing that I haven't mentioned, I don't know if people have mentioned before in RF models, is when you take the roof down, the fact that this car kind of gets flexible and it's kind of almost splitting in two, if I can say so. The front and the back become two different entities as such, that they still work together, but they're so, like, they're not as stern and as together, put together, as when the roof is up. Obviously the stability and everything that's, you know, that the roof adds is being taken away, so that makes sense. But I don't think anyone else mentioned how more flexible this car gets. It's almost like that toy, the dog from the Toy Story, that splits the front and the back. They still are one entity, and they can still work together, obviously. But it feels more flexible. It feels more playful. I quite like that. It's like a different mode, basically. When you take the roof down, it's a different car in a very good way. And when you put the roof up, then it's still your car, but it's more like stern and more secure. I almost looked at a bike. I didn't see it because it's going to right. And yeah, it's a very, very, so far, touch wood, very, very pleasant car. Anything I've done and everything I've been to, and all the cars I could imagine myself in, my dream car is a Porsche. I am worried when I get a Porsche if I'm gonna miss this, and I'm very, very, very tempted to keep both if I can. If I can keep this and the Porsche. Obviously it's gonna cost me some money, but this is so much fun. This, as a guy, when you're young as well, or when you get older, it's just nice. And I'm sure guys will understand. And girls as well. I've received a lot of compliments and thoughts from older people as well when I park this car. They all look at this car, they're like, wow, this is great. They see the roof coming down and everything, and they're like, you know, when I was your age, I was always saving money, which is a good thing, and I always try to do this and try to do that, and it's never the right time. And I always say that, no, later I'll get this car, later I'll do this, later I'll do that. And they have gotten to later, luckily enough. They got into that age, let's say 70, 80, but they told me now they can't move, now they can't walk properly, now they can do this, now they can do that. Now they don't have that energy, they don't have that mobility to actually get into one of these cars, to actually get out of one of these cars, and they're so, not sad, but so regretful in a way of kind of not doing it. And they always tell me, well done for doing this, even though it's obviously not maybe the best financial decision to buy a car. But I'm sure you will understand that when you're young, you don't know, we really don't know how long we're gonna live for. Now, while you're young, and if you have the ability, without putting yourself or your family in a financial, you know, discomfort, if I can put it so, if you can do something that you're not gonna, that if you don't do it, late, you know, if you don't do it, you're gonna regret when you're older, then just do it. Because I think now I can do this until, let's say, I'm 26 right now, till I get to 30 or older, 35, let's say, when I hopefully get a family, kids, then I obviously won't be able to just do this or do whatever I want whenever I want as such, because I'll have different responsibilities and priorities, of course, which is normal, which is absolutely fine. But doing this right now is such a selfish but also freedom kind of feeling, which is really good, because I can just enjoy this without really consequences. I don't have to put anyone in strain. I don't have any keys to put in my car. I don't have any luggage I need to carry. I don't have anyone I need to drive around as such if I don't want to. and I can just enjoy myself, let's say for the 5 years or more, and then I can keep it as a fun weekend car and then get an SUV, which is fine. But if you can, while you're young, if you can do such a thing that really like fires you up and just adds more to your life than just taking away from your life, and makes you more happier, makes you more fulfilled, brings some fire into your soul, then this is something I will do, if I'm being honest. Something I did, and it's something that makes me happy every day. Every time I get into this car and out of this car, I look back and I smile. I've never used this before, and I'm sure some of you will understand. And this is great. So be part of my journey, and I'll upload more videos like that. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.